to us, I believe,
Yes.
before we found him.
I have two booths down in the other part of the mall there, and I sell reconditioned TVs and VCRs in there. And I was looking for a place to display it. I was going to put it in a case in my building, but it's better up there with the rest of the antique stuff.
Why did you decide to sell it, Mr. Webb? Because I thought at one time, did it not go to the Smithsonian? Did they not keep it, or?
No, it didn't go there. I just sent her after information from them and gave them all of the descriptions of it and the picture of it, and here's the letters from them right here.
Oh, it's okay.
Smithsonian and Chicago
Take care of
Historical
that
Society too.
Says the Lincoln image is indeed identical to one of the broken collodion negatives, that's a glass plate negative, by Alexander Hessler in our History and Photography collection. The original negatives were probably made on June 3rd, 1860. It says, as you know, I do not know exactly when the Ayers copy negatives were made or how long prints from his negative were produced. Research in late 19th century photographic literature might yield this information. We are at the Smithsonian are not permitted to provide financial appraisals of objects, since this service is provided by professional antique dealers and appraisers, usually for a fee. In this case, you'd be well advised to contact a qualified collector of Lincoln items or expert on Lincolnania for an appraisal. Several regularly published Lincoln historical journals, and you might be able to ask, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. David Haberstich, Assistant Curator of Photography at the Smithsonian Institution, National Museum of History and Technology. This was dated September 23rd, 1971.
So how did you arrive at a price for it?
A guy had a copy of it appraised, and I sold him a copy of it for $25, and he was going to give it to a commissioner up in Tennessee.
Uh-huh.
And he had it appraised and said it was worth around $22,000. So I said $22,000. So on that broken part there,
Yeah?
I've got the copy off the plates before they were broken.
Mm-hmm.
After they made copy plates, made new plates of it.
Yeah.
And the way it got broken, it was sold, the gallery was sold from G.B. Ayers to the other one there, whatever his name was. Well, from him to G.B. Ayers, actually.
From Hessler.
Hessler to G.B. Ayers.
Alexander Hessler.
And it was shipped to him by mail. It got broken in the mail. And
Well,
so,
everybody with any sense knows you don't send it.
well,
Or if you put on there photographs do not bend or glass do not break, it'll be broken by the time it gets there.
he got a fortune out of the postal service
Yeah.
for that broken part, too, because he had insurance on it.
Oh yeah.
You've got a lot of letters, correspondence in here from different places. In fact, here's one from the New York Times that says, I read about your Lincoln photo. As a Lincoln biographer, I'm interested in any details. Have you tried to market it outside the area? Have you tried to sell it to somebody?
No, I thought about one time taking it up here to the heavy equipment Japanese place on Signal Mountain, because they's buying everything they could of American and taking it back over and selling it for a fortune. And the guy that was up there was running that. He was interested in it and wanted me to bring it up there, and I never did get to do it, but he wanted me to bring it because he's interested in it. And now they've got another fellow up there, and I haven't got a chance to contact him. And so that's...
Well, you might call him and tell him to stop down and see Carolyn's place.
That'd be good, yes, bring him over to see that and everything else. Right.
Yeah.
I'm getting old enough that I need some money now to live rest of it, keep cutting everything and raising taxes and everything, so I decided I'd sell it.
I wonder if it's not maybe worth more than that if you're under
Well,
to somebody that collects Lincoln memorabilia, it would be.
If it don't sell down here, I thought about one of the auction houses.
Let me ask you, because I don't know, when you brought it to us, that's the first time you actually put it up for sale?
Yes.
Okay.
That's true.
I needed to know
It
that.
used to be.
Right, and I didn't
It
know
was
that.
first
Right.
on display at when I wrote the original story for it. Mr. Webb called me when he bought that, and I wrote the story. And it was on display at the Fort Oglethorpe State Fort Oglethorpe State Bank.
That was before it was
Before it
Capital
was
Bank.
Capital, up there where Blood Assurance is.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also sent the story to the Enquirer, but the Enquirer didn't print it. I tried to sell it to the Enquirer, they didn't print it. And he's pointing out, he's got a letter in here from, I'll give it to Ben, Lamar Baker, but the President of the United States.
Yeah, it's right here.
Who, okay.
Well, this is a letter from the White House, personal secretary to the president, from Rosemary Woods,
That's the one that raced the tapes for Nixon.
for President Nixon.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's his secretary.
Ms. Woods says she wants to express the president's thanks for the letter and a copy of the photograph of Abraham Lincoln, which Congressman Lamar Baker brought to the White House on your behalf. Because all acquisitions come under the jurisdiction of the Committee for the Preservation of the White House, we're unable to comply with your thoughtful suggestions. What were those suggestions?
About what?
It's in, unable to comply with your thoughtful suggestion. Were we?
Oh, at the time, I asked him, you know, to keep it there in the White House someplace. But he said he'd wait and put it in his library.
Yeah, it says the
You'd have
president will
never
be.
got it back. Carolyn would never have had it in there.
Right.
However, if
That now,
agreeable,
that's a copy of it that I sent him.
Oh, yeah.
item will be held for possible placement in the future Nixon Library. President will understand and be nonetheless appreciative of your kindness with the President's every good wish to you and your family, Rosemary Woods.
Now, it went in the weekly readers in all schools.
Mm-hmm.
And
The
it was
story
on,
about it,
front page on the weekly reader was Nixon goes to China.
Uh-huh.
On the back side of that was my picture.
Did you keep a copy of that,
On the weekly reader.
of the weekly reader?
I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah. Right there.
And the
Yeah,
other side of
yeah,
that is
okay.
Nixon goes to China.
Yeah. Weekly Reader,
Okay.
and that was the, copyright 1972. Didn't say which issue this is,
Right.
though.
He found it in 1971, because that's when I had the Fort Ross Weekly, the newspaper.
Yeah.
It went in the Far East edition of the Stars and Stripes, too. That's the Soldiers magazine,
Mhm.
Armed Forces
Mhm.
Okay.
magazine overseas and everything.
The Weekly Reader account says the last fall a man in Georgia bought a box of old parts of machines. The box had a surprise in it. It was an old picture of Abe Lincoln. Found the picture is a special one. There are not many other pictures like it. Mr. Lincoln had the picture taken in 1860 running for president then. He didn't have a beard. I think that was what was the most unusual thing about it, wasn't it? That he didn't have a
Yes.
beard. But he soon grew one. A little girl wrote a letter to him. She told him that he would look good if he had whiskers.
Now, I have seen this photograph before, and I have seen it published in books on photography,
Oh, yeah.
going back to back that time and a little before.
You have to watch. I went to the library and I found several of that picture, but quite a few of them was painted.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a few of them, his hair was slicked,
Mm-hmm.
and that particular one is the one that he chose because his hair wasn't slicked down,
Mm-hmm.
and it was standing just the way he wanted it and everything.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think it's, if you look at the picture on the front there, I think there's one in the front sheet right here. Right here. Well, you can see the regular one. See that streak right there?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think that's where the glass was broke
Oh, no.
on that. But that's his eyeglasses in his vest pocket.
His eyeglasses.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get
it-
LeBron to do us a close-up of
it's
some of
on
these
that
and show them.
It's on that.
On that one.
It was snapped on his nose, see, they didn't have goes over
Mhm.
his ears.
Mhm. Well,
And
You
what
can't-
we're talking
you can't
about is
see
this
it on
little
there.
line that goes right
Across there.
across there.
And I haven't had it cleaned.
Mm-hmm.
It's dirty. I haven't had it cleaned, so I'm gonna let whoever buys it have it cleaned.
Eastman House is the only place in the world that I would imagine could clean it. I tried to clean a glass plate one time, and even using the stuff that we use day in and day out to clean old negatives and things like that, the emulsion started coming off, and I quit right then and there. Even called the conservator at the Eastman House to find out what I could clean it with, and they just said, "Well, have you tried Marlene?" And I said, "Yeah, it's taking the emulsion off." And they said, "Well, we might have something that could take care of it, and then again, we might not. But that wouldn't be something that I'd want to tackle."
I had that put in the frame first time
Mm-hmm.
at Payne's Furniture, in
Mhm.
the furniture place in Chattanooga. and they knew how to take care of whole stuff and the right
Now,
company.
is this the actual photograph right
That's the
here?
actual photograph.
Gee whiz,
It's
I
like-
didn't
Oh,
know.
I
can
didn't
say
know
you
that.
nailed it.
I didn't know that. I thought that was a copy of it. I thought it
This
was
is
over
the-
at
this
Carolyn's.
is-
That's it.
That's the red.
This is the
No,
real
we
thing,
took it
folks.
out today to bring it
Oh,
in.
okay.
The real thing, right
Right.
here.
And that's like oil paper.
Uh-huh.
Let me see it, Ben.
And that's the color it comes off of a plate. That's the
Mhm.
way it comes off the plate. I had some copies made, several of them, they call it browning to make it look like that.
Mm-hmm.
But this right down here now, they put the thumbs on it so much you can't hardly tell, but that's embossed in there like,
Right, I can see that.
like you would do.
$22,000, Ben, you're holding in your hand.
Yeah.
Does that make you
Hold on to
nervous?
Wow.
Hey, Ed, I knew the coloring of it, I think, was kind of what attracted me.
Yeah, it's,
See, it has a brown-green tone effect, doesn't it?
Yeah.
mm-hmm. And,
It looks like
It's-
something's on his, I guess that's where it's rubbed off down there.
it's, some, the emulsion is coming off in a couple of places down here. I'm really amazed, I'm in awe, folks, because this is something that I drew over, old photographs
Ben's,
like this.
Ben bought Jimmy's
Yeah, I remember.
photos,
Yeah.
so he has, I'm sure he has some of these pictures that we've
I
been
might
looking
even,
at.
I might even have a copy negative of this somewhere around in a box somewhere.
I think Jimmy made those,
You
didn't he?
probably have, yeah, he made,
Uh-huh,
he
Jimmy
made
made
the
those.
copies for me, yeah.
He may be the one who wants to buy it.
No, he's passed away.
No, I'm talking about.
You got any
Oh,
pocket change over there, Ben?
Yeah,
I'm
let's see,
kidding.
let me dig in here and pull
Dig
out,
in there and pull some
pull
out.
out
We-
some change for
We
you.
need to take a
Yeah,
commercial
we sure
break
do.
and play a little catch-up here. Then we want to talk to Carolyn about some more things she's got over there. The Antique Mall is new to Marketplace Mall,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a good place to go hang out. If you're like me, I love antiques.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Carolyn will probably be trying to get rid of me here
Oh,
soon.
no.
Run over there and see her.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you do that
Okay.
Cloud Springs feed. He's got that memorized.
I have this memorized, folks. I can almost go down the list and tell you exactly what they've got, but they've got so many items and so many things that you need. So many things that you need to make your lawn look good, to make your garden grow good, to make your house smell good, to make your cats and dogs grow big and healthy, and to do so many things. It's not too late to plant a garden. Do you believe that? It's the first week of May, but it's not too late. And Cloud Springs Feed, down at the corner of Mack Smith Road and Cloud Springs Road, they've got vegetable and bedding plants, garden seeds, grass seed, make that lawn look really, really good and nice. They've got that Rebel 2, or Rebel Junior rather, a 50-pound bag of it for $49.95. Topsoil, potting soil, straw, pine bark nuggets in the big size and the little size, all of those. And they've got all the line of Adams products to help get rid of fleas and ticks and keep your dogs and cats in really good shape.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
I was over there today.
Yeah?
And I forgot, I left it in the car. I brought you a sample of that Joy dog food because I know you were starving for some of it.
Buster will love it.
Not Buster, Ben. You got to try it
Ben.
before Buster eats it.
I have to try it before Buster eats it?
Yeah, I tried it before I gave it to Sherman.
Well, was it good?
Oh yeah. it's
Okay, well,
good.
I'll try it if it's good enough for you. If it's good enough for Judy, it's good enough for me. But anyway, they've got the Enforcer flea traps. You plug it in, it goes zap, and the fleas are gone. And, let's see here. They got caged bird food. They've
Windmill.
got horse tack. They got windmills. They got wild bird feed. They've got,
Chain bird seed.
Yep, they got stripe and black oil sunflower seeds, complete line of pet and farm animal feeds. The list here is 3 or 4 pages long, folks.
Well, the store is 3 or 4 pages long.
Go down there and see for yourselves. They're at the corner of Mack Smith Road and Cloud Springs Road. We sometimes call it Mack Springs Road, but they're open Monday through Friday from 8 until 6 and on Saturday from 8 until 5. Go see Slick Bryan and Jr. and tell them we sent you, won't you,
The
please?
next place you need to go is to Ed's Butcher Block.
Yes, indeed.
Located at the corner of Chickamauga Avenue there, and what's the name of that other street that comes down through there?
Hogan Road.
Hogan Road. Well, Ed's has something for you. North Georgia ball teams, listen up. You can earn money, if you let Ed come out and set up his truck at your game, and he'll give you 20% of what he sells. He has a catering truck. Everything's cooked fresh at his business, and you want to work that out? I know you parents out there love to watch your kids play ball. You can work in the concession stand one time, but not every time, right? And Ed will work it out for you. Now, this Saturday, you'll have 7 million reasons to shop at Ed's. You think about that a minute. That's right. They got the lottery in, the big lottery at Ed's. You can buy lottery tickets. And he has some specials where you get free lottery tickets if you look at that little pamphlet he's got, that little flyer he's got down there. But Mother's Day Sunday, and Ed wants you to know that he'll cook a 5 to 7 pound round beef roast.
Yum.
He'll cook it slice it, put it on a party tray for you. You pay $1.99 a pound for it, and give him $10 more, and he'll cook it and decorate, put it on the tray, and you and Mom can enjoy it. That's for this Sunday. You need to call him, though, and order it, and he also has boneless hams, 20 to 25 slices for $19.95. That's this week at Ed's Butcher Block.
Yes, indeed.
Keep all those things in mind, and remember, if you're going on vacation, you're going out of town for Memorial Day, take some with you, or if you're going to stay here for a picnic, get it all at Ed's. Somebody was just telling us that they had party trays from there. What a great job he does. He
Yes,
does
indeed.
anything he does. He's
He
going to be
does.
celebrating 21 years of business on June the 1st.
Hooray.
And we're probably gonna get to
Congratulations.
celebrate with
Yes.
him.
Yes.
We'll be back.
Cherokee Liquidators, located at 563 Battlefield Parkway in Fort Oglethorpe. Follow the crowd to Cherokee Liquidators for everyday low prices. Shop for beautiful oak cabinets, dry sinks, and pie safes at liquidation prices. Also at Cherokee Liquidators, you'll find beautiful silk flowers, Indian bisque, craft supplies, dolls, and clowns. And at Cherokee Liquidators, be sure and visit our tool department. Everything from a hammer to power tools. High quality at low prices. And also at Cherokee Liquidators, you'll find a great selection of greeting cards, pillow sets. They also have children's videos. Cherokee Liquidators, 563 Battlefield Parkway in Fort Oglethorpe. Cherokee Liquidators is open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturdays, on Sunday 12 noon until 5.
And Mother's Day specials at Cherokee Liquidators. They've got silk flower arrangements. They've got those oak curio cabinets with curved glass. You can still get them at $169. They've got plaques that say, "I love you, Mom." They've got musical greeting cards, regular Mother's Day cards, lots of items to pick from. They've got eagle bookends. So if you need a present to give to your mom for Mother's Day, you can go to Cherokee Liquidators and you won't have to look very hard to find something that's just right for Mom. And as always, the Surgeon General has determined that shopping at Cherokee Liquidators is hazardous to your health because of the low prices on tobacco products each and every day.
That's right. Cherokee Liquidators, our good friends there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be right back.
When the message is heart to heart, flowers can deliver a lot of messages. You can apologize, sympathize, idolize, and say, "I love you." Flowers show you care. Whether it's a dozen long stem roses, a balloon bouquet, candy or fruit basket, a fresh bouquet, stuffed animals, corsages, funeral arrangements, or weddings and proms, Fort Oglethorpe Florist has it all. And they will customize the colors for the occasion to suit you. And remember, you can send flowers anywhere in the world by FTD service. Orders are accepted 24 hours a day. And all major credit cards are accepted at Fort Oglethorpe Florist. Remember someone with something special today from Fort Oglethorpe Florist. Phone them at 866-1722. Fort Oglethorpe Florist, 4 Thomas Road.
The Dream Cream, located on McFarland Avenue, is a longtime backer of high school athletics in the North Georgia area. Stop in at the sign of the Big Ice Cream Cone today and satisfy your hunger needs because the Dream Cream has it all. Just try one of their double-decker cheeseburgers or the world-class hot dog, grilled cheese sandwiches, jumbo corn dogs, BLT sandwiches, ham and cheese, or chicken sandwich. Throw in a couple of orders of fries and onion rings, and the next thing you know, your tummy's happy for the day. And if you just want a treat, the Dream Cream has the best around. Arctic swirls, blizzards, old-timey floats, sundaes, hot fudge cake, strawberry shortcake, soft swirl ice cream, or a large selection of milkshakes. So when you're looking for a treat, stop by the Dream Cream.
Professional Pharmacy, located just behind the gift shop on the first floor at Hutchison Medical Center, stocks an impressive variety of items from beauty products to over-the-counter remedies, as well as personal and comfort items. Just think of them as your handy king-size medicine cabinet. Convenient hours, Mondays through Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. and Saturdays till 3 p.m. A special free parking area is just outside the door. They take MasterCard and Visa and provide you with a printout for insurance reimbursement. You or your doctor can call in your prescription at 861-1822 and it'll be ready to pick up. Dan Land and Kelly Hawkins, pharmacists, are devoted to filling your prescription accurately with a friendly staff to assist you. Stop by and see them or call them today, 861-1822.
And we have returned.
That's right. We're back, and our special guest tonight is D.F. Webb, who purchased in 1971 a rare photo of Abraham Lincoln on a glass plate for $1 out of a box of junk. But he brought with him the new manager, the manager of the new Gateway Antique Center, located over at Marketplace Mall. We want to talk to Carolyn a bit. We want to find out what's going on over there and understand that you rent spaces to antique dealers or to sell their products, right?
Right. This is how most antique malls are set up. They are dealer spaces, and of course we do all the work for them, so they like that. And we're open long hours, and we're open 7 days a week, and they like that. And the customer likes it, and it's just a good arrangement all the way around. So even those who are not professional antique dealers who have collected over the years and suddenly decide they have more than they know what to do with, they can rent a booth and set up a display and price it. The dealer prices it themselves.
And you sell it for them.
And we sell it for them.
Good deal.
Right.
All right, we got a couple of callers here. Caller over here on 7712. Are you there?
That me?
That's you.
That's you.
Okay. No, I was wondering if they have in the antique mall, or if they know of any store in there that does, these old sock monkeys that they used to make out of the gray and red and white socks.
Sock
I've
monkey.
seen them. We don't have any of those in there now. Who knows? We get new things in every day. We may get some.
I hadn't seen one of those in about 20 years, and
I had one of those, and I remember I threw it away. I thought they were so ugly, but
The moral of the story is don't throw anything
throw anything
right,
away.
I know that. I know that now.
I had one when I was a girl, and I used to drag that thing around with me everywhere. And you can't even find the socks to make them anymore. They don't make the socks.
For anyone in ages.
I've seen them, but I cannot remember, and when I see it again, I'll tell you.
Right.
I wished you would.
Okay,
All right, bye-bye.
bye-bye.
All right. And we've got a caller here on 7712. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to see the picture. I just walked in and my wife was telling me.
Be more than
Okay.
happy to hold it up for you and tilt it
Here we
here so
go.
we got no glare on it.
Okay, thank you very much.
That was when Lincoln had no beard, back in
That'll
18
make
and
it where
60.
it can be seen.
Yeah, it's on display if you want to have a look at it over at Carolyn's Antique Mall, over at Marketplace Mall. Tell me some unusual things that you've come about in the antique business, and how long have you been antiquing?
Oh, I've been antiquing more than 25 years, just collecting myself, and been in the business 2 years. And this was a perfect pairing for me and the mall, I believe, for me to indulge my hobby and indulge my business.
So you turned your
And-
hobby into a moneymaker.
Yes, in a way, which is the way a lot of people in antiques get into
That's
it,
exactly
by
right.
collecting and acquiring and getting more and more interested, and then thinking, well, I can
Is
turn
there
this into a business.
any one period or any one particular section that you like more than any, or you excel in it? Do you like primitive, or do you like?
I don't know about Excel, but I think everybody who collects or everybody in the business has their favorites, and that might not be yours or his, but you know, we all have our personal preferences.
So tell me what your niche is then.
Well, my niche is I like good Victorian furniture.
So do I.
And this is not going to be a popular response, but primitive and country are not particular my thing, although
Not
they're
mine
very
either.
popular in this area. I love pretty 18th century things, which are practically out of sight for most people today, but
They're
they're
romantic.
wonderful to look
yeah.
at. And I have a special interest in textiles and porcelains and art glass. So those are the things I like. But I really like good antiques from every era, because it's just like saying, what is your favorite music? Well, I like good music from every decade. So I like good antiques and good design from every period.
Do you have a story to tell like Mr. Webb's that you bought something someplace that was worth a lot of money?
I wish, because this is every collector's or dealer's dream to find that $1 item that's worth 20,000.
I do have a story.
Do you? Well, good. I wish I had one. Mine have been more moderate than those, but that keeps everybody looking, hoping to find that single rare, valuable thing. The odds of that are not too great, but it does happen. It's easier to tell us.
Mr. Webb purchased his. Did you not get yours at 5D Bargain Mart from the Russells? Well, I'll let Ben talk a little bit, and I'll tell you about something I acquired from them that was priceless.
Okay, well, I'll maybe have to go over to 5D Bar. A
we
lot
all
of people wonder, what is an antique?
It's
What
a good
determines
question,
if
but it
something
doesn't have an
is
answer.
an
Right. It's a
No
very
answer.
good question, but it really is unanswerable. If you're going to talk to a purist, they're going to say it's supposed to be 100 years old, but we're more forgiving than that today, and semi-antiques of 50 years ago are very collectible and very sellable. And I'm back to my answer to the first question, and that is things that were good to start with, were good design, were functional, they're always good. And just because something is old doesn't mean it's worth a lot, but if it was good to start with,
Right.
and if in the meantime it's become rare and valuable, then you've got something. So a lot of it is supply and demand.
It's also what it's worth to you.
Absolutely.
You know, something
Right.
something my grandmother had is worth a whole lot more to me than it would be to you, but
Yeah.
it would be good
That's
to look
very
at from
true.
you.
Very true. And of course there are reams of books and materials putting values on things today. So it's not completely vague. So there are places you can research in the library, and of course we have stacks of books for sale actually on antiques and collectibles in our mall. So there are places you can go to get answers. But some of it becomes just an educated guess and a mission to search it out.
Do you do flea markets and yard sales and things and look for antiques, or are you one that goes to antique stores?
Anybody in this business does it all. And when people ask me where I find my things, I have to answer anywhere and everywhere. And everybody who does this beats the bushes, because finding good things in good condition is a challenge and gets harder and harder, but they're out there. And again, the only way to know is by doing.
Yeah.
So you learn to weed out and hopefully call out the things that you don't need to acquire.
Once upon a time there was at the Goodwill stores, and
Even there.
25, 30 years ago, I furnished a house with $5 items from a Goodwill store that were priceless, and they couldn't put a price on them. In fact, the insurance company wouldn't even insure them because they couldn't put a value on them.
Well,
from the Goodwill store, but that's not the way they work today.
Well, I
They know
must
'em
say
today.
though, don't overlook anything.
Right.
Right, but I'm
Don't-
saying that they put a price on it. They have a section at the antique today.
Right. Because there's a slight chance that even there you may find a goodie.
That's
So
right.
we really cannot
somebody else didn't
eliminate
know.
anything.
Right. Well, now, from 5D Bargain Mart, Francis, and at that time when Mr. Russell was living, I went up one day and I always like junk stores. I'm a junkie. So I go up there one day and look through something that's got this trashy old chair sitting over in the corner. It was real cute. It was called Sleepy Hollow. Have you ever seen a Sleepy Hollow chair?
Yes.
Low and squatty, got no body. That's how I said it. And I think the Fort Oglethorpe Gifting Gallery, Sarah had one in the window down here. Did you see that little chair I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The other day. I think it may still be there. But anyway, one of the legs was kind of messed up on it. It was junky looking. And I said, how much you want for that? He said, give me $5 and take it out of here. I said, okay, because I knew I was going to have it recovered and set it beside my fireplace. And so I sent it to the upholster, and he called me, and he said, Judy, he said, I'll give you $1,000 for this chair if you'll just sell it to me over the telephone. No, why would you want to do that? He said, well, in the bottom of it had 1800, and when he took the paper in it, 1800s and something. And I said, no, I want it, but $5, and I really had me a steal.
Well, you do have a good story.
Yeah,
Yours
that-
tops any of mine I can come up with.
But
so-
not as good as Mr. Webb.
No, that one's hard
But
to beat.
it came from the same place, is what I was
Well,
telling you.
we're going to all run down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have a run tomorrow.
Yeah, run tomorrow.
They're getting the best plug that
Yeah.
we've got.
Yeah, right.
They don't have that anymore.
No, they don't.
No.
It's not there anymore. Francis just has a shop there. She has a great antique shop. Do you know Francis Russell?
I don't know her.
It's the top of the hill up by
Right.
Mr. Webb up there.
This was a estate sale, and the lady that had the picture and the sewing machine and a lot of other stuff that I've got travel irons and waffle irons and everything else that she had to travel. And she traveled on the train most of the time. And when I got all this stuff, I've got letters, information about their whole life and everything, where they went to Florida and traveled by train and had to take a wagon and haul all that old furniture down to the train and load it on there to take it to Florida.
The person that had the state where you bought the box.
And, well, the person that had the picture,
Uh-huh.
they
Wonder
traveled
where
off.
they got that picture. Did you ever research?
It was given to them by G.B. Ayers. It was given to them by him.
Are you at liberty to tell us whose estate that was? You remember?
Nunley's.
Nunley?
That's
The
all I-
Nunley
That's
estate.
all